let's do this. Come on, guys.
Oh my God, we're NJC.
It's official.
What?
NJC. NJC.
It feels like a new beginning. It feels
Everyone's been
fresh,
sending us this.
exciting, and we just can't wait to get back there and meet bunnies. We are so very
Also, same fandom.
I
Same
feel a
fandom.
bit nervous.
Yeah, me too.
And also amazing.
Why the name change? Why this was necessary?
Avoid the lawsuit, that's why.
What? Because we
From
did
your
not own
points
the
of view.
name.
There's been a lot of conflict going on in our.
You think? You think? You know, I'd pay to see so much money. Singles Inferno, new version, Min Hee Jin, Bang PD.
Adore hype in
this
one
company,
room.
and while we were under that company, there was a lot.
That's
of
crazy. Saying that company is insane. Not even mentioning it.
mismanagement, a lot of mismanagement. We lost a lot of trust. I think it's going to be really fun, really spontaneous period of our career. Instead of this time period being
These are children.
difficult.
Yeah, this is
These
the
are
crazy
children.
part. Isn't
This
it?
is
Like,
the part that I still don't understand. I know that they're like in their early 20s now, but they debuted and they were still minors.
Yeah.
Like, to me, some of that residual sort of impact still in my head. Like, I still think of them as like young.
yeah, they're really young. I mean, I
Yeah.
think essentially they're also quite young in their music career. They just did a
Correct.
lot very fast. But it's so. I think there's some of their first idols that have really taken this shit head on and become their own spokespeople.
Yeah, like I love that there is no mediator in between. Like,
Yeah, I guess
it's
that's a
them
double-edged
taking-
sword, right?
It
Because
is,
fuck
it
me.
is. But it's nice though, because it's like you're really getting a direct contact with the idols. I think this
Very,
is
very
a new,
unheard of.
Yeah,
Very
this
unheard
is
of.
a very new approach.
I wonder who they're gonna be redistributing with and all this other stuff.
This is fun
What
though.
should we expect in Hong Kong
Yeah.
coming up next month?
신곡에 있어서 그 부분 되게 저희도 기대하고
많은 일들을 겪고 좀 더 성장한 게 뭔가 그렇게
Face
자연스럽게
guards
담길 것
are-
같은 느낌이 들어서
Yeah, they're very like
되게
obviously very
기대가
good
되는 것 같아요. 저희도.
visual casts.
People are probably really used to seeing us in a very natural, kind of like, long hair. That's how we first debuted, but the long hair, very close to minimal makeup. Just like very casual in the way we dress.
Yes.
But I think
Ooh, we're getting a shift.
this like re-debut will be a bit more bold.
Hey,
more
yo!
We're getting a shift.
Okay,
We're
okay.
getting a
sharp.
reboot.
We're going to challenge a lot of different things.
Okay.
Okay.
Adore has previously disputed the allegations and says New Jeans remains under contract. The label did not immediately respond to CNN's request for comment.
Oh
mate,
my
I would hate if
God.
the next news we check out tomorrow is Adore suing NJ's. Mate, what the fuck? Yeah, dude.
Dude, it gets stickier and stickier. Sticky, 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 sticky.
Okay, let's do this. Come on, guys.
So it says the group NJ. Oh, let's check out their Instagram.
NJZ.
Already 4.5 milli. I mean, they're some of the
Naturally,
most
yes.
famous motherfuckers on the planet.
So yeah, we're getting edgier. Oddly,
cool.
I like this concept
Nice.
though.
Ah, they went to Complex.
Nice. I like.
Nice. Oh, that's sick.
It's giving a little XG girls.
I like that. I fuck
like
with that.
that.
I fuck with that sort of. That's one of my favorite groups, and
I agree.
I think New Jeans has some of the best music that has come out of Korea in the last sort of 4 years, anyways. So great.
This is cool.
Ah, it's still because this is what we're used to, right? Seeing this aspect of
Yeah.
them, and obviously they're still gonna be that because they're still them. But marketing is everything, right? And they were marketed like that, minimal, very sort of
Very accessible, sort of like
2000s
teenage-
core girl group
yeah,
vibe.
teenage girly vibe.
So CNN was
Which is
saying.
cool.
CNN was saying the group NJZ official announced their rebrand ahead of a headline performance at ComplexCon Hong Kong at Complex Chinese in March is the latest twist in a long-running legal dispute with record label Adore that has gripped K-pop fans. Band member Hani said the reinvention was a way of turning this rough period into something more exciting. On a visit to CNN Seoul Bureau on Friday, the group's member said that they were looking forward to debuting new music and performing for their bunnies. So at least that's good that their fans' name is not affected.
Hasn't changed. Yeah.
I don't think that ever gets trademarked.
No, I don't think it
How-
does.
like, for example,
I think
BTS,
that's
how would you
public
trademark
domain.
The Army?
Yeah, no, I think that's just public domain. Yeah.
In a statement to CNN, Adore said, "We regret the escalation of the matter to court and believe the most claims by New Jeans members thus far," this crazy how they still call it,
Yeah, I know.
have risen from misunderstanding.
Whoa.
So they are going.
They are going to
They're
court.
gonna go to court. We
Dang.
worry that announcing an unauthorized. We worry that announcing an unauthorized new group name or engaging in entertainment activities before a legal judgment is reached could constitute a material breach of the exclusive agency contract. Ugh.
Damn, that is.
I'll explain this in American terms. Taylor Swift leaves her label because they were ruining her career. All right, man, that's a bizarre way of explaining such a what the fuck? That's such a reductionist way of explaining such complex shit. But I guess to a certain extent,
let's just say in a little bit more level-headed.
No, I'll say
way.
this: read the court, read the papers.
Yeah, but there's a lot of legal jargon that people don't understand.
They were also mistreating her over money and music rights. Taylor Swift leaves her label and now is in control of her own music. You see, but this is why I think Instagram sometimes is kind of dangerous, because I think they're confusing two issues. They're confusing a rights issue and then a management issue. Sometimes they do intertwine in both, but
they're completely different.
But you could go to war in court for the rights of your music, and you could still have a world-class management and a great career.
Yeah, you could still be under the same label, but the rights would be yours.
So this is kind of...
This is
God bless you, Tyson.
It's just a little more nuanced than that. But
Taylor Swift leaves the label and now is now in control in MLB contracts. In baseball contracts. Ohtani leaves the Angels because the focus was on making money and advertising rather than winning the team. So Ohtani leaves for Los Angeles where they focus the good of the team. That's insane that people are using baseball analogies. It just doesn't make sense. Firstly, how are they still attending fashion shows, doing collabs with brands, and their verified Insta accounts still updated when they're not under hype? Secondly, why did they not change fandom name when bunnies were under hype? So it is maybe...
Yeah, but I don't think it's trademark, though. I think it's public domain.
How interesting is this, eh?
Here's the thing. I do think this is a very courageous and perhaps a little hard.
So
this is it seems a little dangerous for them to
yeah, I think legally this is I'd love to have like a Korean I'll speak to one of our team members, see if we can get like a Korean lawyer on to see if maybe they can sort of explain how this would go down.
Very thought through. It feels a little rushed
because Korean law is tad bit different. Quite different. It's also taken the name from New Jeans, which is still under a door. How are they even gonna continue with this? Either leave the label or stop this nonsense. I think also the reason why they left they didn't go to Korean media for this is probably because I think they would have been way more criticized in that sense.
It is very interesting, and again, out of the norm to have them come out with an official announcement on CNN. That is, and in NBC. This is very unheard of.
People hype suddenly has nothing to say now. I see in some replies. They're waiting for them to dig their graves more.
Yeah.
They have really good evidence. They have really good evidence in court.
This is actually not a very wise
mistreatment,
movement.
mismanagement. We saw it. What does that mean? There's always more to what you see. Are they out of a door and hype? They are so back.
It is really exciting for music and like the actual entertainment aspect of it. I'm really excited for this new rebrand. I think it's going to be very good for them. However, legally, with like a good head on your shoulders, this seems
so interesting.
This seems a little rushed.
I also feel this. I mean, I think if you have a fucking brain cell, you would support the girls. Like, God bless them, obviously, for independent careers and the monetarily speaking, that they feel that they're being treated correctly. You know, you want artists for them to, you know, if they feel safe, they feel secure, they feel like they have a good team behind them, they make their best music, great. So you want to support that aspect of things. But there's obviously the huge legal aspect of things. But if you have a bit of a noggin, you will support the chicks, you know, you support the girls.
I don't see anything wrong with what they're doing in terms of like musically and like the rebrand.
I mean, I don't know the music.
But I think this is going to be good. I think this is going to open up artistically a new segment of their growth.
I think, artistically speaking, this is cool.
This is great for them. I do think that this is going to be like a brand new refresh. Like, I think it's going to be good. However, and I'm really excited for that. But however, as an adult, I crap my jokes when people are taking things to court.
Mate, we've seen,
and these things are giving them power.
Like, we've seen people careers be over for way less than this.
Correct.
You know, like ruined, like game over. You're going to court and everything you have we're coming for.
Yeah, no, it's
fucked.
Yeah, that I'm a little afraid of that. However,
and like by law,
I would 100% back the girls in any way that
I
can.
would say this. I hope that they don't get in any fucking trouble.
I hope so too.
But I mean, there's already concerns, people in the comments. So if they do, if things do kick off in the court, it's gonna be like, I mean, how did we not see? How did their fucking team not see this?
No,
So we'll find out, right?
I don't know who's behind this type of decisions. So
God bless him. I genuinely, God bless him. I want to see what happens.
Interesting development.
Unfortunately, I see a huge legal battle ahead. This was not a good move. Wishing them the best of luck. I think that's how most people feel, right?
I don't think that's a very wise move either.
To be honest, them changing names from New Jeans was probably to avoid further legal action, correct? As Adore and Hype have the name and likeness of New Jeans. So NJZ is not New Jeans, so I imagine they'll be able to avoid that in the court case. I think the issue might be the bunnies thing. I think the issue might...
Is the likeness when you have signed your likeness
I think
away,
that's also part of the
a
reason why they have to
problem?
change their sound and the way they look and stuff like that, because
Yeah.
I mean, those contracts must be fucking mad stringent.
Tough.
We have seen other groups also, what do you call it, rebrand themselves. We saw this with Brave Girls. We saw this with Got Seven. We've seen this, and that was quite hefty for the guys, quite heavy as well. They never went down the route of like, let's speak publicly about the mismanagement of JYP. Let's sort of hinder our relationship with JYP. To a certain extent, I'm pretty sure JYP and them are not on probably the greatest of terms, but they're not enemies for sure. So I guess, I presume, I have no idea in that sense. But they definitely didn't go as open as this.
Correct.
To say we're leaving, and there was obviously no big legal battle with their representatives that was public. So very different stories. But we have seen other groups that Beast highlight.
Yeah, correct.
This does happen in Korean pop. Where you change your name, you change your sort of sound and look, and you can still continue to have a successful career. Few groups are able to do that.
Yes, few groups are able to go through this process and come out
on top.
Like,
or for a long period of time.
It is very. There's a small minority that have been able to do that.
Yeah.
However, I do think if anyone is capable because of the type of traffic that
like
they
the
have
hype they have,
gathered,
it's New Jeans.
it's definitely New Jeans.
I mean, at this point, it's not New Jeans,
MJ
right?
said.
Yeah. It's also, I wonder what it's like in court. Like, let's say if Adore wants to make the case that like NJZ is like still similar to New Jeans and people get it confused or whatever the fuck. Like, legal shit is really weird. Like, courts, it's
those
bizarre.
nuances
Like,
could change and shift the way that the case is going to be handled.
and also, how would they back? Obviously, I know they have money.
I am afraid.
Like, I know they have cash. I suppose that, did they probably make as much money as people think they did? Probably not, but they definitely did make serious money.
Well, enough to carry out a court case. Like, and they are expensive.
I also don't know how it's like in Korea, whether they drain you as much as they do in the US. Like, court cases, for example, like here in the UK in comparison to the US, the expenses, legal expenses in the US are like fucking 100 times more than they are here in the UK. So I don't know what it's like in Korea, but it would be really interesting to bring like a Korean lawyer or something like that.
Somebody to debrief the actual legal system of it all.
Imagine if we try, well, I mean, if you know anyone, fucking let them get in touch. Absolutely. A barrister, something like a big top dog, yeah? See what they think.
In any way, since you walked away from Adore, has the industry, the treatment...
It's so
has
crazy
been
that
But have they
better
left the door then? What's going on?
They're still under contract.
or worse in any way? What is your conversation with some of the fashion brands that you've been endorsing as well?
Actually, what's been quite frightening for us is that even everything that we've been through, they are still interfering with a lot of our work. Yeah, Adore is still interfering with a lot of our work. They have already filed 2 lawsuits against us, and they've actually also filed for an injunction.
Yeah, I bet.
Which is very much interfering with the plans that we have for our
Bet.
future. And
Hype right now is like, I bet. Keep going to the news.
to get out there, enjoy time with bunnies and our fans and just everyone in general, because we have so many exciting things planned.
It's so unheard of to actually see idols be their own spokespeople like this. Usually it's just a fucking letter.
I know,
Sure.
or you get like a manager or somebody.
Yeah, my question is, what the point of the managers if they're having to be the ones discussing legal battles?
I think
you never saw Taylor Swift publicly coming out in fucking CNN or anything like that talk about, or Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran did that after he won.
Yeah, correct.
And his case was very different because
Kanye, would you take your hands up? Your
well,
face?
Kanye's very that guy is. I mean, what the fuck? At some point, anyways.
Never mind.
2025, and yeah.
This
and
is
we're all
very,
super
very
hyped
unheard
about
of.
it. Yes, exactly.
CNBC also reached out to
CNBC.
Hybe for their statement
Yeah.
and reaction to all this.
Guess what?
And we're
Nothing.
waiting for their
Cuts
statement.
close to the heart.
But how
To the chest.
ready are you? Apart from your own music career, there's this illegal fight that actually starts early March. And is this going to somehow damage your branding? I know that you came up with a new name, but New Jeans, it feels very different. Having watched all these illegal headlines.
It's a very good question.
Yeah, well,
Oh, she's not bad, man.
Yeah, she's a great
our goal
TV
this
host.
year, and one of our main
Good
reasons we
questions.
wanted to come back and start promoting and releasing music as quickly as possible is because we want to reshift the focus back onto our job and what we should be kind of coming out into the media. So that was our main goal. And honestly, we have done nothing wrong. So we're not afraid of anything at the moment. I think we're more excited to kind of see what the future holds. And I'm sure that everything will work out well. Yeah.
Bro, I bet their lawyers. I bet their lawyers are like, fuck. Right
Write
now,
that down,
because
write that down.
they're just preparing for the 2 suits and then the injunction
My
if it gets approved,
God.
which I think it might. It's really interesting as well to see because I think if you go to court and you go to legal battles with someone like Adore and Hybe, they will come for heads.
Correct.
So and the first thing that they will do is sort of similar to what New Jeans is doing at the moment. I mean, NJZ is doing at the moment. It's like they are trying to gain public support. You are trying to. Get your fandom on your side and obviously create the conversation. Great. But when Hybe and Adore does this, it'll be very nasty because it'll be like documents that showcase, the one time where she was mean to someone or whatever the fuck happened. And it's going to get heavy,
It's
I
gonna
think.
get nasty.
Yeah.
I do think, however, that
I presume we shall find fucking out, won't we?
I do think that the reason why they don't have a spokesperson and it's them.
they want to appeal, man.
I also think it's because perhaps their spokesperson is in Adore, so they don't have the middleman on their side. So that's the reason why this is just literally this is just a theory. This is just me theorizing here publicly. But I just think
I would
perhaps
presume they have their own spokespeople now.
yeah, now, but I think the reason why this all started as them being the face of
Also,
the conflict,
Who would distribute the music?
and Jay said,
Yeah, who will distribute? Who are they under?
idea, no
Who what are they, yeah, okay, they're doing it independently, sure.
Yeah,
who?
but
Under
who-
who?
yeah,
What,
under-
Warner,
idea.
Sony, who?
no idea. No.
The announcement. We are thrilled to be stepping on the stage as NJZ, Bonnie Chan, our CEO of Complex China, take even more.
So there is no talks of who would redistribute either.
I have no idea. It's the media.
Up with a familiar group, but maybe not really a familiar name.
That is right. So we are going to talk about New Jeans, but they are no longer New Jeans. They have chosen a new name to represent them, and it's loaded a photo of them with NJD written on the top. And they also wrote that they
If it
will
works
be get ready for an exciting journey with NJD in 12
Yeah, they just
months to
basically doing what we're doing.
kind of a
Yeah.
off
Just
day.
covering
The
what
date
happened.
of the end of the door has been
Fair
scheduled
enough.
for March 7th.
First court hearing date is March 7th.
The same
attempted
day
to
that
get
Jenny's
that
dropping her new album.
That came out just a few hours before the show, right?
Yes. Korean throw singer Song Dae-kwan passed away.
Oh,
this
Jesus
Friday at the
Christ.
age of 78.
Oh, trot singers are so popular over
know.
there. God bless him.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, anyways. Yeah, but look, people are very excited. Oh my God,
I
I've
think
been
it's gonna
back.
be
They're
good,
back.
yeah.
They're so back. The fans will be cool.
No, no, no! They will not recall that. No, no.